Hey everyone, Elias and Maria here.
Hey.
We recently took a trip to Barcelona where we used points and miles to pay a fraction of the cash price. We also put together an itinerary of things that we love to do.
Like food, drinks, sightseeing.
So all of that. So hopefully you get some good takeaways from this video, but please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave your comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Enjoy watching.
Enjoy.
Hey guys, so we are heading out for our first full day in Barcelona. We are staying at the Grand Hyatt Barcelona, which is a little bit outside of the city center area. It is right by the Barcelona Stadium, so Camp Nou, if you're into football or soccer, as us Americans call it. So yeah, we're heading out to get some breakfast, and then we're gonna be doing a free walking tour, which we highly recommend you do in every city that you visit. But yeah, we're about to get in the elevator, so catch you later. All right, so we are headed to our metro stop near the hotel that we're staying at. Barcelona has what I believe to be a pretty reliable metro system. We took it last night to get to dinner, and it was pretty reliable. And we're gonna take it about 9 stops to the center of the city area, which is basically where, like, you know, La Sagrada Familia is, and all like the major attractions that you probably want to see in your first visit to Barcelona. But yeah, the metro is about, I want to say it's like €2.75 for a one-way. But they do have, like, you know, tickets available that you can have like unlimited rides for X amount of days and things like that. So yeah, definitely do the math to see if it's worth it for you if you're going to be taking the metro a lot. But for us, I think we're just going to do like single rides because the math kind of worked out for us there. We went to this really quaint spot called Nona's Brunch, which is a really small place, but really nicely acquainted. And of course, I tried to go through the wrong door at first. But yeah, it's a nice place, and I ended up ordering a really hearty breakfast. So I got the acai bowl, which I did add on a bunch of fruit and peanut butter as well, and it was really delicious. And yeah, I'd highly recommend it.
I got their chocolate banana pancakes, which came with house-made caramel sauce, and it was amazing. The consistency was like cake, and oh, you gotta get it.
After brunch, we went on our free walking tour where we saw some beautiful architecture, including this gentleman right here doing what he's doing, as well as some, you know, really nice cathedrals, different churches, and this actually was very interesting. There are these ancient Roman pillars that are just in the middle of this building randomly, which is just very unexpected in Barcelona to me, but it was great. We're currently at Boqueria market, which is right off of La Rambla, and it's basically a market that has, like, I'd venture to say, like, hundreds of stalls. Maybe not hundreds, but a lot. It feels like hundreds of stalls selling different things, from fruit to candy to fresh fish in the back, different restaurants, things like that. But it is a madhouse in here, and I don't like really crowded places, so yeah, I mean, it's cool. We always like checking out markets in the different cities we visit, so yeah, pretty cool, but overwhelming and overstimulating for sure.
Our tour guide said that, like, the early mornings or sometimes in the later afternoons that it might get a little less crowded, but for the most part it is pretty crowded. He said it's open from 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. So get here early in the morning.
Jamón ibérico is like a really big thing that they eat here, and it'll be those, like, things that you see hanging there. That's called jamón, and then there's different kinds. And they make like sandwiches as well with the jamón, so, and the croquetas. So we'll probably try some now. Thank you. All right, got the jamón. There it is. It's basically prosciutto.
Spanish prosciuttos. And it has cheese in the back. Really good.
Does it taste like prosciutto?
It does. Less slimy than the prosciutto that I'm used to having. Definitely salty. Like bacon. I mean, it is jamon, right? Let's try it with the cheese. Really good. Not super strong flavor to the cheese. I don't know what kind of cheese it is, but pairs really well with the jamon. Maria said I need to wipe my forehead before I can continue recording. And I said, no, let them see. It's hot.
So shiny.
Barcelona is hot. And we come from Orlando, where it's even hotter. But for some reason, when we travel, we forget where we came from. I'm not gonna wipe myself. They can just see the true Barcelona. It's hot as hell. May I please have one of these and one of the coconut and blueberry?
I got a blueberry coconut fresh juice, and what'd you get?
And this is dragon fruit and coconut, which is, I've never had that combination.
Neither have I.
Tastes so fresh. This is La Rambla. So it's like the main thoroughfare in the city of Barcelona, and aligned with all the different restaurants and shops. Kind of reminds me of like Champs-Élysées in Paris. And I believe it was like the central street in the ancient Roman Empire. But don't quote me on that. We just had a free tour, and there was a lot of historical facts that were laid on us. But I'm pretty sure it was like the main street back when the Romans occupied Barcelona. But yeah, just tons of restaurants, a lot of tourists, but still pretty cool, very vibrant energy. And it's lined by these really pretty trees as you walk through. Really cute Italian restaurant here in Barcelona called Paisano Bistro. Yeah, it's really cute. It's not far at all from the Sagrada Familia, the big cathedral. So yeah, we just popped in for some lunch, and I think it gets pretty crowded in here because they asked us if we had a reservation, and we were like, no. And then they said basically we have like a time limit, so we have to be done by 5. But it's early, so we have plenty of time.
I opted in for the tropical sangria, and it was perfect for me, very delicious and well balanced.
We ordered the patatas bravas to start, which is like a really popular tapas. That's basically like a bed of fried tomatoes with like, it's called brava sauce, which is like a spicy sauce. Not sure what's in it. And then they make their own fresh pasta here. So we ordered the spaghetti carbonara. And I think afterwards we're probably going to go with some pizza because they also do some fresh pizza, which looks really good because I saw some people ordering next to us. So yeah, just tried a bunch of different Italian dishes, and I think they're going to be pretty good.
The carbonara, and it is delicious. It's very creamy. It has wonderful flavors. I feel like the tiniest little kick. The patatas bravas is really good too. I would give it so far a 10 out of 10. This place is delicious. It's really worth visiting.
We also got their flatbread, and it was delicious. It was very cheesy, so it was very hard to pick up, so we just fork and knifed it.
Next up, we visited the most iconic landmark in all of Barcelona, La Sagrada Familia, which has been in construction continuously since 1882, which is just mind-blowing. And our tour guide said that they anticipate being done within the next few years, but he said he wouldn't hold his breath on that. And just the interior is so magnificent with the beautiful different colored stained glass windows and the beams of light beaming through. It was truly breathtaking, unlike any other cathedral, because a lot of times you travel the world and some cathedrals start to look the same, but this one's really unique, and we found it to be just a wonderful experience. And one thing we did notice is once you exit the cathedral, we almost missed the fact that there's a whole museum literally around the corner that you gain entrance to with your ticket. So definitely don't miss out on that because there's really cool recreations and things like that, different sculptures that are certainly worthwhile. We just arrived at Park Güell, which is a famous park that was designed by Antoni Gaudi, the famous Spanish architect. I would definitely recommend getting your tickets ahead of time because it seemed a little confusing at first when we arrived. So they open at 9. We got here like a couple minutes before then. There was already a long queue outside. but we already bought our tickets, so they just scanned it to enter, but I'm not exactly sure where you would buy your tickets if you didn't, so definitely recommend getting it ahead of time. Now we're just looking for the restroom. Not sure where it is because the signs are a little misleading. It showed the restroom down, but there was just like a ditch there, so I don't think that's what they meant. I'm trying to use the app for Park Güell, but it's awful. It doesn't really show you much. And then we try to do the audio guide, but it doesn't really seem like an audio guide. It seems more like where they just narrate what the text is saying, and it's such a short amount of text, so it doesn't really tell you much, but I guess we'll just do it on our own.
This might go without saying, but when you're at this park, you definitely want to wear comfy shoes because there's a lot of like cobblestones, rocks, and you can slip and fall easily or hurt yourself. So make sure you bring comfy shoes, and just as a backup, you want to maybe bring a Band-Aid or two just in case.
Cute Spanish tapas spot called Güell Tapas. It's right off La Rambla. It's pretty nearby, but a little bit down like a side street. And we just ordered a couple tapas. So the first is the patatas bravas, which we've had a few different variations so far here in Barcelona. It's basically a bed of potatoes, fried potatoes with the brava sauce, which is like a spicy sauce, and then I think that's like a garlic mayonnaise. And then the other tapa, this will be our first time having this, it's a Spanish potato omelet. So it's called tortilla de patatas, which we've never had before. So looking forward to that. Give it a try. There we go. Has a definite kick to it for sure. Spicy. The potatoes are really hot. It clearly just came out. I'm gonna try the potato omelet. This seems more like a fork and knife there. I'm not sure what to expect, honestly. It's very soft in texture, kind of like scrambled eggs. It sounds exactly like what it's called. It's a potato omelet, so it tastes like a regular omelet with potatoes, but it's seasoned well.
Of course I had to try their sangria while I was here. I got it and it was huge. We shared it. It was great. Chicken paella.
And what'd you get?
This is the paella mixta, so it's like a mix of seafood and chicken, I think.
Personally, I felt like this was a lot of food. I was able to finish like half of it, but that's all I could do.
So we just got the check at Güell Tapas, and we got one order of patatas bravas, which was the potato tapa. We got a tortilla de patatas, which was the Spanish omelet. We got 2 waters, bottled waters, so you get charged for that. We got 1 glass of sangria, which is like a huge goblet. We got 1 chicken paella and 1 mixed seafood paella. And I mean, the servings were huge. And
really
all
big.
of that in euros came out to 57.40. So I don't know about you guys, but where I'm from, that would have probably cost double. So I think it's a great deal for what you're getting. The food was delicious. The portions are huge. So yeah, kind of surprised by that. And then they did bring us these complimentary shots of what looked to be like Baileys, basically. It's like some liqueur chocolate thing, which is delicious. So yeah, super cool place. Highly recommend. It's a great bang for your buck, honestly. We're about to enter a hidden bar called Supermarket, and you basically enter the door, and then I think you enter behind like a freezer or something. We'll find out. It's literally right up here.
We heard the place gets pretty crowded, so we got there as soon as it opened, and we actually had a place to ourselves, so we ordered a round of drinks that were named in the theme of supermarkets. So one was by Cash or Card, and another one was like, do you need a plastic bag with that? Which we thought was pretty cool. We're at Speakeasy stop number 2. It's a place called Monk, and ironically, it actually is also like a hidden bar behind a market. They just really like that here. We're in the middle of an alley somewhere. Honestly, don't even know where we are. We're gonna check this one out. We're inside of our second speakeasy stop here in Barcelona. This place is called, the music is really loud. It's called Monk, and it is also behind a little supermarket. And yeah, they're playing like 60s music, I'd say. Music's pretty loud, but you can see the bar that way. Pretty interesting vibe. I'm pretty sure the chandeliers are donuts. I just noticed that.
Oh.
Right? They look like donuts. It's almost like a retro 60s vibe. Really eclectic with the donut chandelier, and I don't know what that is. And then they have like the red velvet looking curtain back there. I don't know if they have a show or what, but interesting place.
I ordered the Felonious and it was delicious, not too sweet. It was like coconut, pineapple, whipped cream that they made that was blue, and it was so delicious, and I loved it.
I ordered my go-to cocktail, the old fashioned, and it was great.
They also give us mints
Well, no.
as well.
So I just noticed they're actually, I think they're cough drops. Because like, you thought they gave us mints, but these are definitely cough drops. It says Halls, eucalyptus mint, Resverol, as in like restoration.
Okay,
sure
so
these
they're
are cough
definitely
drops.
Halls they gave us. Okay.
After we left Monk, we were taking a stroll down an alley on our way to our next stop when we actually stumbled across this place called Dr. Stravinsky, which we come to realize from a plaque on the wall there that it's actually one of the top best 50 bars in the entire world, which we knew we had to try. This drink is called the Tuber Negroni, and it's the most interesting drink I've ever had in my life. It's such an interesting balance between sweet and savory. So this like flour-looking thing, that's actually cheese on top of the ice cube. And the bartender told me to sip it first and then take a bite of the cheese. And in the drink, there's actually truffle, black truffle. So it's like the most interesting like savory taste. It's crazy. You smell the truffle when you take a sip. And the cheese is so savory. I don't even know how to describe it.
I got the Caribbean love, little tiny piece of chocolate, and then the drink, and he told me to bite the chocolate first. Well balanced, so good. We just found this really cool spot called Corgi Cafe, and I'm so excited. They're supposed to have a bunch of little corgis and you get to pet them, and you can have your coffee and enjoy your brunch. So this is what we're gonna do now for brunch. Let's go. Finished up our coffee from Corgi Cafe. Just want to give you an after view. I think that it was super cute inside, really pink and beautiful looking inside. However, we did notice only one Corgi, and so that was a little bit of a letdown. We assumed that they would have multiple Corgis and you'd be able to pet them, and of course they have their own rules, rightfully so, but you know, like not able to approach them, waiting for them to come to you, and that's really
only when you can interact with them. And if there's one for an entire store, it's just, you don't really get that experience that you might have wanted. If you do want to come, just know that ahead of time.
Right outside of this spot called 100 Montaditos, and Montaditos are like little bites, like tapas, and it's like this fast food kind of chain over here in Barcelona, where I think they might even have like 100 different small bites on the menu, which is why it's called that. It's not too far from the Plaza de Catalunya, which is like a really big square here, and the entrance is so discreet. Like, I feel like you wouldn't even notice it. You could walk by and not even realize you walked by the entrance. It just has 100M right up on the top. Yeah, let's give it a try. We placed our ordered a bunch of different things. So we have a couple of different like loaded hot dogs, like a pulled pork sandwich. So 5 different small bites here. And then we have an order of fries with 4 different salsas, basically. And then I got like this big jug of beer here. And then we also got this glass of white wine. So all of this that you see on the table was 14 euros 50 cents, which I think is crazy. So let's try it. As we were eating the montaditos, we honestly forgot what was what. But we thought it was pretty good value for what you pay. And then we came across an Arc de Triomphe, so not the one in Paris, but apparently there is also one here in Barcelona, and they were setting up for a concert, so it was pretty cool. We just sat down at a place called Champanillo, of which I think there are like 8 across Spain. So we ordered different burgers. I got like a bacon cheeseburger, and then, let's see, I don't know what you got.
I don't know what I got either.
Looks like a barbecue burger or something like that. Look at the size of this bacon cheeseburger. And it has this like syringe that I don't know if that's like cheese sauce or what is even in there. That's pretty interesting.
This cava right here was like under $2 and it was really good. I had 2.
We also got these fries with it. And then 2 waters. He got a beer. And then I got a glass of cava. And all of that came out to, how much? $27?
It was like 26 bucks. I'm just trying to figure out what this syringe thing is.
After having this burger and fries, I would say it was good. I would give it maybe a 3.8 out of 5.
So specific.
And that's only because I feel like the texture of the meat was a little different than I'm used to. It was a little softer, a little more chewier than I'm used to. Overall, I would say it's really good. I liked it. It's definitely really great for the price that you get. Coming to a city like that, it could be pretty pricey if you're not watching your budget, kind of going to different places, spending. If you wanted to keep things relatively cheap, this is a good option for you.
After our burger and fries, we just had to finish off the evening with some gelato at a place called De La Creme, which had a bunch of unique flavors and some of the ones that you would expect as well.
What are the flavors that you got?
Dulce de leche and leche merengada, which is, the leche merengada is quite lemony. To Casa Batlló, which is probably one of the more famous tourist attractions here in Barcelona. It's one of the more famous houses that Antoni Gaudi, the famous Spanish architect, designed for, I think, like a really rich Spanish dude back in the day. But it's supposed to be really cool. So at this point, we've seen like La Sagrada Familia, we've seen Park Güell. So we've seen a lot of different works of Antoni Gaudi. So it'll be cool to see this house. I can already see it peeking right around here. The interior of the house was just as unique and interesting as the exterior. On the inside, it was quite aquatic in nature. It actually felt at points that you were underwater, given the windows and the bubbles in the windows, which was pretty whimsical and cool. On certain nights here at Casa Batlló, they give you, like, not free, but it's included with your entrance, glasses of cava, which is a Spanish wine. And so we happen to come on an evening when they are doing it. So we got to enjoy some cava while looking out onto the street. Pretty nice.
With the end of our tour of Casa Batlló, unfortunately also comes the end of our trip to Barcelona. It was a beautiful city with amazing architecture and delicious food and drinks, and we definitely encourage everyone out there, if you're thinking about a trip to Barcelona, definitely worth a visit. If you liked what you saw, please feel free to subscribe to our channel, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. We'd love to hear about your experiences if you have been there, or if not, if you're planning on going. Thanks for watching.